Hi, this is Greg Johnson, Director of Media Development for Blue Book. I'm here today with our retail editor, Pamela Riemenschneider. Pamela, I understand you were on a mango webinar today. What did you learn that was new?
Well, what's interesting about mangoes, and I live in Austin, Texas, obviously, so we're a heavily saturated mango market. But they were talking about a lot of the success that the National Mango Board has had over the last couple of years of changing its strategy to more of marketing mangoes as a brand rather than as a commodity. And what's really great about working in the produce industry, and you could probably relate, is that when you spend an hour talking about a specific fruit or vegetable and you start to think, man, I'd really like a mango right now, it's good for you. It's kind of like, I'm really glad that I don't work for like Bacon Weekly or, Cotton Candy Magazine, because I can just run down to my kitchen downstairs and make myself a mangonada. But I'm also in the avocados from Mexico
Right.
last year, right? It's a strategy that has worked very, very well for avocados from Mexico, changing its marketing strategy from commodity marketing to brand marketing. And it really has pushed avocados from Mexico to the forefront as far as the branding goes. But the other thing about this is that it's mostly made, and I don't know if you've ever had a mangonada, it's got this awesome straw with this chili lime stuff on it, and a blitzed up frozen mango, and there's actually some fresh mango in here as well. And that was another topic that we kind of briefly discussed in this webinar. The National Mango Board's referendum on frozen is actually ending on Monday, June 3rd. So mango producers still have a couple more days to vote on whether or not the National Mango Board will be covering frozen in the future. So right now they're just really enjoying the halo effect, the accessibility of having frozen mango on menus and in flavor inspirations, especially in food service. But if this referendum passes, then they could add that to their strategy for marketing and promotions going forward. And Greg, this week you had a story about what Kroger's doing to kind of gamify its new program. Tell me a little bit about OptUp and what that's doing for Kroger.
Well, I have a prop too, because everyone has one of these props. The whole point is everyone has these and they're on them all the time. And so Kroger is smart enough to make an app called OptUp, which basically when you order food, when you shop for food in a Kroger store, you put what you want on there. And then if there's a healthier item, then it suggests something more healthy. And then you keep score. And then you can share your score. When I was at PBH last month, one of the speakers was Bridget Wojciak, who is a dietitian, and she said some interesting things, and then I caught up with her again a week or two ago, and she expanded on it. And Kroger's had amazing success with this, and I think this is a really smart thing. It's reaching consumers where they are and encouraging to do something better. Another thing that was fun about it is she said, there's no opt-ups for produce items. When you put a fresh fruit or vegetable in there, it's saying that's the best choice. And so that can only encourage consumption.
And does it opt up when you shop at Kroger? I don't have one in my area, but doesn't it keep score on your receipt and you can keep track of how your family is have you beat your score? Are you perhaps shopping for a birthday party and your cart's full of cupcakes and this one's going to drag your score down? Isn't that part of the thing, is where you're trying to beat your own score?
Yeah, that's the gamification idea, is that you have a score and you are trying to beat it and you're trying to make it better. It keeps track of it over like a 2-week period. So I suppose if those 20 cupcakes were on there, after 2 weeks, it would drop off.
Okay, all right.
You had a nice story this week on Blue Apron, and unfortunately, it wasn't a great story for the company. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about what you found out?
Well, right now, Blue Apron is on the verge of being dropped off of the New York Stock Exchange. I started my story, and I try not to be too flippant about this, but they're pretty much flopping. They had their IPO about 2 years ago in June of 2017, and the stock price they were hoping to get, they never have achieved, and it has steadily dropped, and now it has been under $1 per share for almost 30 days, and that's the threshold to be dropped off of the New York Stock Exchange. So the meal kits have always had a problem with getting people to repeat purchase, and they solved that at first with the subscription model, but it was really expensive to get people to sign up. They had to put in a lot of incentives, they had to do a lot of marketing, so that we all thought, well, maybe this makes better sense at retail. But every time I've seen them at retail, it hasn't really gone the way that you think that it would. Is retail the right place? Are meal kits the right solution? The latest developments I've seen for them have not really been a kit per se. It's pretty much been like the modern TV dinner. So I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see meal kits hang on, except for the ones that are diet specific. I've seen a lot of people talk about the ones that are keto friendly or Whole30 friendly, or something that is keyed into a specific diet. But for now, I don't know about meal kits, and I think Blue Apron's kind of the canary in the coal mine for them.
So people who are already accustomed to spending more for specialized food, they go for this, whereas everyone else who wants convenience isn't really willing to pay for it at this point.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. And the subscription model obviously wasn't going to work long term, especially with a lot of the things that we've seen go on with subscription models. You've seen me go through years of trying a lot of these, and there will be 40 to 50 pound boxes delivered to your house. And you think about the cost for having something like that delivered through UPS or FedEx or whatever, and then just the packaging mess and all of that stuff. There were a whole lot of problems with that, and retail seemed to solve that, but then retailers can't be guaranteed the repeat sales that a subscription model can, so they're not sticking with it if they're not seeing the sales.
Understandable.
All right, well, that's the week in review for the Produce Reporter newsletter. If you're not getting our daily newsletter, go to producebluebook.com and sign up. I'm gonna start working on my mangonada here. If you've never had one of these, you got to have one because they're awesome.
Do you buy it that way or you make it?
No, I make it. I put it in my blender, and then you put some like chili lime sauce in there, and then you buy this crazy straw. No, I don't make the straw. I buy these at Fiesta.
What's the red stuff?
The red stuff is chili lime. It's like a tamarind and chili lime goo that's on here. You know, like tahini. It's like tahini, only like a sticky tahini that sticks to the straw, because the straw actually has like a little grit.
Does it ever come off?
Yeah, you chew it off. Like, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I just put frozen mango in my smoothie. And then I clean it. So yours are so complicated.
No. It kind of like infuses the whole thing with the chili limeness of it all, and then you like, when you get done to it, it's all squishy down at the bottom, and you like chew it off. Listen, mangoes are not often a no mess food to enjoy, and you just have to embrace the mess of mangoes because it's totally worth it.